Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. Mike Pence. This name came up. Remember him. Somebody was asking, what's Putin's fascination with Pence? Why did Russia recommend Pence to the Trump campaign? And I tried looking up, and I remember reading that, and I read the first part of the Mueller report, and it was probably in there that they mentioned that, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. And a Google search isn't showing me any articles to where Russia recommended Pence as the vice president candidate. But it seems to me they would have done that after Manafort was sending information over or something along those lines. And looking at some old articles on Reuters, Pence was a Midwestern guy and he was traditional conservative. And I think in a way he was brought on to try and convince conservatives to roll with Trump on that. We were talking about Pence and his, this is based off the Romney-Pence video I just put up recently. Pence was willing to support the president on a temporary Muslim ban. You know what, Pence? F you pile of garbage. Okay. Why was Pence chosen as vice president, candidate for the vice president in 2016? For entertainment purposes only. Tower. I don't think I'm going to get back then. I think I'm going to get now with him. Because I really wanted to ask, what's the energy around Pence right now? And I think that's what I'm going to get, despite what the spoken word is. Okay, so adjusting the question to what I was thinking, what's going on with Pence right now? His world's going to come crashing down on him. He's got zero chance of being elected. He's pretty much despised by the MAGA faction. You need MAGA in order to win a primary with the Republicans. And he's spoken out against Trump. Tower movement crossed with celebration. Jesus. Are we going to celebrate him going down? I'm torn right here between what... I'm going to read it both ways. I'm going to read why Russia did it, and I'm going to read it right now and just show the parallels between them. In 2016... Russia wanted to bring down the United States. They absolutely wanted to bring it down. So they were recommending a lot of people in Trump's orbit that were very supportive of Russia. And there's an article on Eric Swalwell's page. I'll see if I can dig it back up again and link it to the description, where he lists off like a dozen to 18 people from Donald Trump and Trump Jr., to Mike Flynn, all the way down the line who had these ties with Russia. And Russia knew that if they could get Trump into the White House, they could bring the United States down. And they knew that getting Mike Pence in there apparently was going to be a key thing, maybe to help bolster the evangelicals. But underneath it all the fighting and squabbling, there were a lot of people that were trying to get to be the VP, because there's just a lot of really greedy people that want that political power. And Russia probably evaluated them and figured that Pence was the best one to help advance their ideas of bringing down the United States. And they came damn close. Probably because Pence, for all the, lukewarm cream of wheat type of blandness that this guy has, he's really ambitious. He wants to be the president of the United States. And his morals and ethics can go right out the window so long as he gets what he wants. That's kind of the definition of ambition. And his ambition outstrips his piety. In the past, King of Wands. I'm going to put this as Putin in this case. Putin's looking at the United States, figuring out how does he bring the United States down. He has his plan of action. Justice card. Oh, I hadn't even thought of this angle. Maybe taking into account the Supreme Court. One way to bring down the United States is you do it from within. And you get very ambitious people who are willing to turn the United States into an autocracy. But you have to nullify the Supreme Court. And they probably felt that there was, I'm sure they did the calculus on it and realized that there was a pretty good chance that a couple of openings could come up in the Supreme Court. And this was a way to get very conservative judges on there that would be supportive of basically taking down the United States. Playing on Pence's ambition, especially if you put in very religious conservative justices, it plays to Pence's ambitions of power and trying to turn the United States into a Christian nation, for lack of a better description. But they picked Pence absolutely because of his ambitions. This guy wants to win. He doesn't come across that way on the surface, but Russia's pretty good at psyops and understanding what's underneath. And they could see how Pence is conflicted. They saw Pence is conflicted. He didn't have money, but he wanted money. He didn't have much power, but he wanted power. He didn't have much control, but he wants control. So you can bring, it's like a breadcrumb trail, You just keep leaving out the breadcrumbs and he's going to follow them, eating them. And you can just pull him right in, whether he's aware of it or not. Because again, you're playing on his ambition there. The outcome is they got him in. And now now that he's in, he's waiting his turn to lead. And everything that's going around him is horrific. And he's starting to realize it's horrific. If he'd only listened to his wife, she had it sorted out a long time ago, because she's probably ambitious herself, just not to the level that he is. And so, he waited his turn for 4, I can imagine they were excruciatingly long years that he waited his turn. And his turn never came. Now, consider that to be the 2016, why did Russia want him in there? What's happening with Pence right now? Everything that he and Trump tried to put together is being undone. And people are celebrating the dismantling of the Trump administration. Why what's happening here? This is now, instead of Vladimir Putin, this is now the Department of Justice. They've been watching, they've been investigating, congressional investigations. This could also be the House of Representatives doing their committee investigations. So people of action saw what was happening and are now taking action. Currently, justice is now being meted out to those who would have betrayed the country and brought him down, including Mike Pence. Now, does that mean Mike Pence is going to prison? No, there's no chance. The cat's playing behind me right now, knocking stuff over. He might make an appearance here. He's kind of looking for some attention. Segue. Back on track. Is Mike Pence going to go to prison? No. I think they kind of insulated him, and the fact that he didn't send the elections back kind of sealed his fate as far as not being prosecuted. But his actions afterwards, he could have at least been... He could have been president for 2 weeks. He could have 25th Amendment Trump. He would have been president for 2 weeks. He would have been president. He could have stood by his values and been outspoken with his stance and really pushed back on this Republican agenda. But he didn't, because he still wants to be president. Still has that ambition. And he knows he's trying to thread the needle in doing that. So justice is here. Pence, could have gone down in the history books as a real stalwart for democracy, but he's not. His ambition basically got the better of him. And now he's in this position of wishy-washiness where he could have been great, but he chose the lower path. Why did he chose the lower path? Because he wanted to be president. Is he going to be the president? No. No chance. No chance of being the president. So now he sits way behind in the Republican primaries and wondering if the investigations are going to implicate him. Nothing but turmoil underneath. There's just so much going on. Again, Russia put Trump and company in there to cause turmoils and riots in the street in the U.S. And now those riots continue, but now there he is. Where is he? Right over there. Ding! Naughty kitty. Nico, come here. Pardon me. Nico, come here. Come here. Meow, meow, meow. Come here. Oh, you naughty cat. What are you doing up there? Oh, come here. Come say hello to everybody. This is Nico. He's a little boy. He's about 2 years old. And he's a naughty boy. Yeah. Okay, now you can go. Boink. My wife needs her black cat energy in the house. Yeah, so Russia wanted to cause turmoil in the United States, and they succeeded. That turmoil continues to this day, and now it's people basically defending the government's right to turn us into an autocracy. It's amazing. Putin came really close to succeeding in bringing the United States down. And we're not out of the woods yet because the coup leaders have not been brought to justice. So 2024 elections are very important. Get out and vote. Find like-minded people. Make sure they're registered. Help them get out and vote. If they need a mail-in ballot, get them a mail-in ballot. Or nag them to get a mail-in ballot. If you've got kids or nieces and nephews who love and adore you, they're probably going to be open-minded towards, democracy in the Democrats' current version of it. Get them out to vote. We need to really push this country away from the ledge that we're near. We bought ourselves time in 2020. We lost a little bit of that time in 2022, but we really need to get some distance in 2024. So, okay, I'm done. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for... Wait, I'm not done yet. Get over here. There were more things I wanted to write on. I was just going to flat out ask. Going through my mantra here. Did Putin in Russia recommend Pence? And we make this assumption. Let's just show the cards. Did Putin in Russia communicate to the Trump team that they wanted Pence as the vice president? Let's see. I think they came up with an offer for him. They came up with an offer. I think they probably evaluated multiple people, and he was the best shot that they had. I don't think he was their ideal candidate. That's kind of what I'm getting. That they recommended him. They came forward and presented him as the candidate, but he was not the ideal candidate. I don't know who would be, but they felt that this would help Trump get over on some people who were kind of on the fence. That Pence would help them, get the evangelicals to vote for Trump and to get them out to the polls. Certainly, they felt that this would play on their emotions, especially the anti-abortion crew, and I think they may not have had much dirt on him, but they had a good read on him. He was not the ideal candidate, probably because he wasn't dynamic enough. But with Trump, you didn't want a dynamic vice president. Trump couldn't handle a dynamic vice president. They would have loved somebody who was dynamic. They probably would have loved a Paul Ryan type person, somebody who's young, who could catch the imagination of Republicans or something along those lines. But they got Pence. Pence was the best choice. Pence seemed to work for the moment, but he wasn't quite enough to get him over the finish line on January 6, 2021. Okay, now we'll go through the closing parts on this one. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for supporting my channel. I appreciate it. My cat appreciates it, no matter what kind of naughtiness he's getting into. Thank you for your likes, comments, and shares, so that my videos make it out to other viewers on YouTube. And to those new viewers, welcome to the channel. I hope you're entertained. You don't always get to see the cat causing mayhem in the background there, but I'm surprised it's taken this long for it to happen. I hope you stick around for this video and other videos, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.